Welcome to this episode of Philly on the Rise. As you know, I'm your host, Michael W. Pleasant. We are actually in Germantown, Philadelphia, at the Wired Beans Cafe. We're here with the owner, the founder, the president, the CEO, the chef. What else do you do here?
Clean.
And the janitorial staff, Mr. Rob Wheeler. Welcome to the program. There's a lot going on here at Wired Beans. Tell us some of the activities. I know you have a poetry night, open mic night. Tell us what goes on here at Wired Beans.
We have open mic nights. Host Sam Patrick. It's every Wednesday night from 7 till 9 p.m.
Okay.
We have a poetry night, which is every Thursday night from 6:30 till 9:30 p.m.
Okay.
And we're starting a jazz night on the first and third Friday of each month from 7 till 11.
So a lot going on. You mentioned the poetry night. Can anyone just come and recite some of their poetry?
Sure. We have features that come from all over the country. We have a spotlight artist every month, and then everyone else is just people right off the list.
Okay. I know that you are a lifelong Germantown resident. And
Right.
this Wired Beans Cafe, you could have took downtown, you could have took to Chestnut Hill, but you decided to keep it right here in the community.
Right.
Why?
I feel like in these type of areas where it's mixed, it's up and coming, it's a whole market for this type of environment. It's lacking this type of environment. Starbucks and Wawa, they go to middle class, upper class neighborhoods. So I feel it's a whole market. It's very much needed in these communities, especially being from Germany.
Yeah, you talk about this environment, this market. When we come to Wired Beans, what can we expect?
Someone that's going to treat you very nice. I feel like anyone can come through the door and feel comfortable.
Okay.
That's why.
Dress down?
Yeah, dressed down. It's comfortable. You go into a lot of places where you don't have on a suit and tie, or you don't have your hair a certain way. People look at you like you don't belong there. So I want anyone. I don't care, white, black. No matter how you look, dreads, clean cut.
Yeah.
I think Wired Beans is the place for this.
It's all about coming and having a good time, enjoying the environment. I know sometimes you have some jazz music playing. Obviously you do coffee, you do lattes. You got different types of sandwiches as well that you do?
Right.
Okay.
We have chicken paninis. Our wraps are wonderful. Solids. Every type of coffee drink you can name. I don't want to say Starbucks, but everything Starbucks do.
We're not promoting Starbucks. We're promoting Wired Beans. I know that this is your third business for you. You had a child daycare. You had an auto detail shop. How was it with the child daycare? The screaming kids all day.
My mom was the director.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately. But I love kids. I coach Little League football, basketball.
What age bracket do you
I'm not doing it currently. The cafe takes a lot of your time. But
Sure.
I did 8 and under. I did 10 and under, 12 and under. And football, 75 pounds for Mount Airy down.
Okay. I gotta imagine a lot of those kids look up to you. So, do you consider yourself a role model, not just to those kids, but young, doing your thing? Do you consider yourself a role model?
I don't consider myself that, but I think the kids definitely do. To see a young black man when you walk into a business like this and see a young black man behind the counter and then say, oh, he actually owns it. I think it gives them something to look forward to. It sparks that I can do anything in my mind.
Sure. I wonder about the success to black businesses, because again, I guess Wired Beans is how old exactly?
3 years. We started in
3
Mount
years.
Airy.
Okay.
With the first location. We had this location in June
Okay.
this year.
So 3 years old, obviously you've been through the ebbs and flows of business ownership. The key to a successful black-owned business is what?
I think the networking, opening on time, like the hours that you say you're going to open, make sure you're open. The hours that you say you're going to close.
Sure. Now you're open at 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 a.m. Monday to Friday.
And you close at 8. Man, those are long hours.
Right.
It's a very long day, and you're here the entire day on your feet, or I guess you come in and out.
Yeah, in and out. I run out shopping. Of course, the host of the poetry night, Lance, excellent works in here. My son, my nephew.
Okay.
So we have a pretty good staff.
Really good family atmosphere. So what's next? What's next for Wire Beans? What's coming up in the near future?
Near future, website will be up
Okay.
early January. I think that's very big for business, for people to actually get a feel of what goes on here without me having to tell them.
There's a book signing coming up too, right? Is there a book signing coming up
Yes.
sometime soon?
We didn't set the date for it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, book signing coming up.
And tell us a little bit about who will be signing.
It's a Negro League player from Philadelphia.
Okay.
A guy from Philadelphia pretty much wrote the book.
Okay. All
I
right.
met with him, I think, if I'm correct, for 6 months on Saturdays and recorded and took notes. And the book seems really interested. The book is about Philadelphia history, Philly's history, and pretty much African American history. You get a lot of that in the
Sure.
book. So.
Sure. Okay. All right. Rob Willett, thanks a lot for joining us on the program.
All right, thank you.
Check him out. Wire Beans Cafe, Germantown, Shelton Avenue. Give us the address.
301 West Shelton Avenue.
301 West Shelton Avenue. You can come check out Wired Beans, some of his good paninis, his hot chocolate. I think I saw a sign for eggnog.
Yes.
Chocolate, how's that? It's like an eggnog kind of.
That's something Darius came up with.
Oh, wow.
She's been featured in Swag magazine. Lil Act, she's very humble. She is just a joy. We affectionately call her Butter Breeze when she's like a pound cake wafting. So we gonna open up the floor for her this evening. So please give it up for your feature this evening. All in.
You know how you get tired of being sick and tired? So this is a little rant that I did, and when I rant, I like to rhyme a lot. But it has a meaning behind it, so I'll get to it. Hey. I'm just kidding. Every day I'm faced with the decision to live or to die. This unchanging world has me stuck in an irreplaceable time warp pacing in circles. History repeating itself, everyday struggles weighing me down, government only governing the mint, while handouts are limited and restricted, yet some slip through the scripts, receiving help when they're deceiving, trying to relieve their greed as I struggle in my time of need. Shouldn't have to feel like I have to beg to get ahead. See, that's what I dread. In order to get fed, you have to use your head or give some head to make that bread. It's what I dread. So I improved myself by getting an education. Took 3 years online to get my associate's degree in applied science and health information and technology. Now they're breathing down my back wanting their money. Look, honey, I'm no dummy. See, I see the statements and what I owe. But can I get a better position paying a little more dough? You think the degree would increase my flow? No. No. Ms. Baker, your skills are immaculate, and you'd be a great fit, but you don't have experience. It wouldn't make sense. No offense, when we can outsource our workforce, keep trying. I'm sure something will come up. I wish you good luck. I really wish I could cuss. As many times as they pass the buck, collectors don't care. Yo, this crap sucks. I can't. I give up. What's the point in living when it's all take and no giving? No winning while digging, but always wind up at the beginning. So that's why I weigh my decisions. To die or keep living. No reason to live and stay on my grind while executives get 6 figures sitting on their behind. I might as well walk that line. This world makes you blind, trying to make you turn a penny into a dime, not to incline. It's designed to make you rely on mankind. Sign your life on the dotted line is that frame of mind, not to incline your outlook, but refine your account book. To die or keep living. So I pressed on this far. Why stop now? I refuse to settle, count out, and bow down. See, I want my crown and my white gown as my father looks down and put his arms around me. So that's why I live on. Can't take this when I'm going. Saying my prayers and agreement for my first and second born. Seeing me through my storms and times my heart was torn. Even when those times that I fear, I take up my armor and change the atmosphere. Shed tears, be of good cheer as my spirit becomes clear. See, I choose to live.
So we're here with the feature poet for tonight, Allis. Allis was the feature poet here at Wire Beans Cafe, and she's graced our presence for a few moments. Allis, how did you come up with that name, Allis?
It is a combination of a lot of things. I consider myself to be a whole package. So between personal, physical, and spiritually, I just thought of that, plus too many seasons of watching my wife and kids and Jay going all on this.
All this.
Yes, that's my favorite part. So I came up with it.
That's all good, that's all good. So that piece you just did, To Live or To Die, how did you come up with the creative process? Do you just kind of roll out of bed in the morning and write this down, or take us through the creative process?
I work at Blue Cross downtown. And working in a corporate world, you really can't get to where you want to the way that you want to.
Yeah.
So sometimes it frustrates me to have to sit there and not be able to get a promotion or to get the raise that I want. So it's just a thing, like every time you wake up, you have to think like, okay, do I feel like going to work or do I feel like staying home? So it's just a process of, okay, you want to live today or you want to die today? Are you going to do something to improve yourself, or you just want to sit there and take what the world gives you, or you want to go?
You mentioned that you work full-time, you're a full-time mom, but yet you're an artist as well.
Yes.
So how do you balance it all? Because you have this dream, you have this passion, but you have to pay bills. You need a 9 to 5.
Yes.
How do you balance it?
I get a lot of inspiration being at work. So a lot of times, maybe half of the time, I write at work.
Okay.
When I come home, that's just my unwind time. That's my me time. That's spending time with my children, even though they're in college. But I try to manage it all.
Sure, so you figured out a way to compartmentalize it.
Yes.
There's a time for work, there's a time for writing,
Yes.
and there's a time for performing as well.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, speaking of performing, you're with the
Wings
group.
of Worth.
Wings of
Yes.
Worth, yeah.
Wings of Worth is a female collective. There's about 13 of us, and what we do, we go out to inspire women with 13 different emotions.
Oh, wow.
There's I am dilapidation in the group. We have fear, there's indifference, there's rage, all things that women probably have gone through. And then we go through our first act, which is called Hanging on Threads of Sanity.
Now, is it a play? Are you singing?
It's a performance
It's
play.
a performance play.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
It's all spoken word
Okay.
through 13 women.
Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. So once again, you are at Dilapidation.
I'm dilapidation.
So just give us, what do you do during this play? What do you for that?
I speak of how things that I've gone through has torn me down as a person, whether it be abuse, whether it be people leaving me alone, whether me just feeling lonely, period. I talk about that through
And
my...
where's the silver lining in the play? Because it can't be all gloom and doom. There has to be somebody speaking life.
The first, like I said, the first part of the play is called Hanging on Threads of Sanity. And then the second part is Finding My Worth. So we take it from the misery and then we take it up to how we built yourself back up.
I see. What's next for all this? I was listening.
I'm waiting for my single to come out, which is on Eddie Holman, the third CD right now. And I'm also in the process of writing a book.
Oh, wow.
An inspirational book.
And I know that you're working with Will Downing and you've opened for Jaguar, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. What are you doing with Will Downing?
Will Downing, we're just on the same CD with Eddie Holman.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have an inspirational book coming out?
I have an inspirational book coming out, yes.
Is that only for women, or is it only?
It's for everybody.
Okay, all right. When
Everybody.
can we expect to see the book?
It should be out by the fall.
Okay, all right, good stuff.
Yes.
All right. We've been graced by the presence of
All this.
all this.
Yes.
All in one package.
Yes. I look okay.
You're all that.
Just After this one. Okay, I'm gonna take you on a journey of love. You know how you first, and I just need you guys to go with me. You know how you first meet somebody and you like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? They have you feeling like, I thought of you. The warmth of your skin tone that caresses eyes that pierce my being. And I recall sitting next to you, watching the sunset and the hair of your arm stroke mine, sending goosebumps down my spine and stirring my foundation. See, I thought of you. As I see the couple walking and laughing, and I remember the strength in your hand clasp with mine, taking all uncertainties away. As you slipped your arm around my waist as if to say that you appreciate my contour and the pendulum in my hips that arouses your senses. See, I'm talking about that kind of love. And then you get to know one another, and then it gets a little deeper. Then you start to feel that little lusty love, like, Poppy, you be the click on the snare that suspends me. Begin the metronome and let's start my journey. Stroke me pianissimo and staccato and stay right there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Here comes the uniform. 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the young and crucify. 5, 6. Pick up sticks. Some broken bones cannot be fixed. Daddy, what did they do to you? He never drank before he went in. But the trauma and the drama made him drink like a sieve. We couldn't understand why he barked so loud. I guess he forgot he wasn't in the army anymore, so he didn't have the upper hand or the right crowd. He needed to order folks around, but it was hard on him when he couldn't make us cow down. Daddy, what did they do to you? Although he couldn't read, he had a photographic memory that allowed him to operate every type of caterpillar in the yard. And he did a great job. You see, he manipulated that machinery so well that he taught all of the incoming soldiers in Greenland to do the same, until to be in the military and to manage a crane, you had to have a college degree, which Daddy did not believe he could obtain. Daddy, what did they do to you? You see, he had someone write me a letter in 1966 saying he had to get out of this man's army because we shouldn't be in this Vietnam conflict. It was only supposed to be a police action, and then a conflict it became. But a war was never declared, and it just made him sad, for it was a no-win situation that we had gotten ourselves in. And Daddy said, I gotta go, I gotta get, little girl. I gotta get out of this man's army, cause things sure do stink. You see, they broke his back, and they broke his spirit. But we were too young to want to hear it. We did not understand the war, nor did we get it. We could not hear the stories that he held inside, or hear the noises that would make him quake and shake until he cried. That metal plate in his head, it didn't make him feel any better. Sometimes he just wanted to be dead. At least that's how we figured it, because he chose to drink instead. Daddy, I'm sorry that you never felt strong enough to tell us of how you survived in that man's army, of which you were so proud. I often wondered, Daddy, what did they do to you? I really, really wonder, Daddy, what did they do to you? One, two, three, four. Here comes the uniform. 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the young and crucify. 5, 6. Pick up sticks. Some broken bones cannot be fixed. Daddy, what did they do to you? Daddy, what did they do to you? Daddy, what did they do to you? Daddy, what did they do? Thank you.
Without consideration, without pity, without shame, they have built great and high walls around me. Lost beneath the bricks of depression and sorrow, I seek help for tomorrow. I can't afford my drug habit and I have no money to borrow. If a bird flies high, then I feel the opposite of a sparrow. My heart has been pierced by solitude's arrow. Now I sit here in despair. These walls are so tight that there's no room for air. I'm trapped behind these walls that are shaped like squares. Only dark days these days, never light come here. At first they build the walls to protect me from the things I fear, like commitment, love, regret, or emotions to care. These walls started as a safe place to hide, but now I want freedom and see the outside. The innocent man in me has long suffocated and died. I tried piercing these walls, but my hands were tied. Why did I not pay attention when they were building these walls? Maybe because they always been there around me when I was lost. Who are they, you ask? They are the ones that forced me to hide. They are depression, affliction, sorrow, and pride. All I have left now is my word and my balls, and both of them are trapped with me behind these walls.
Wanted fathers that are unique. But only the strong should apply, seeking our brothers who are often told that they can't, and women who use tools, their children as tools to manipulate situations such as, well, if you don't want me, you can forget the kids as well. So that maybe we shouldn't be this way. We need to understand the needs of the children.
Yeah.
And so we tell themselves, they don't need daddy's hugs. They won't even miss his kiss. So we inspire them. Sometimes brothers have to run this vision in the fog, sometimes taking a small vacation, inhaling that vanilla flavored fog. Don't believe the hype. Your strength is insurmountable. Let nothing stop your flow. Sometimes you even have to swim a marathon with the one arm tied behind your back. Those broad shoulders that you have are just for hugs as well as carrying groceries and laundry too. The workload is not light, but that energy that you have, you will endure through this long and tedious flight. But the reward will not change. It will be a changed life. So just a slight reminder, only the strong should apply. In actuality, we're looking for that masterpiece in his eye.
So we're here with D. Lance. He is the host for poetry on Thursday night here at Wire Beans. D. Lance, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've seen some of your photos, man. You've had the opportunity to take a picture with Sonia Sanchez.
Yes, indeed.
How's that opportunity for you?
A grand honor, of course.
Okay.
Any poet and any lover of poetry definitely knows the name Sonia Sanchez. It's definitely a staple that adds on to
And I
it.
hear that she frequents Wire Beans a little bit. Comes in every now and then.
She has been in a few times, and just of recent, she's offered her poetry to the venue in the near future. So that was quite a shock and an honor. The first time I wanted to pass out almost. She came in, I held my ground on it and stabilized myself enough for a picture. So definitely it was a good day.
Talk to us about the community of poets. Are there enough venues? Is it a dying breed? Is it a thriving breed?
It is a thriving breed in Philadelphia, and there is a plentiful array of venues to artistically acquaint yourself with, poetically, and just in the arts.
You yourself are a poet.
Yes, I am.
If we come on Thursday night, will we be able to see you flow, or do we kind of catch the other
I
kids?
try to avoid it as much as possible.
Right.
You know, I'm multitasking. I'm making bacon sandwiches and
Okay.
you know, signing people up for the open mic list and things of that nature. But no, yeah, you definitely. I try to open up with something. I try to do things in a moment, unscripted things, because you know the whole concept of the poetry venue, we call it Coffee at the Dark.
Right.
So the coffee, the acronym stands for consciousness or free flow, eclectic expressions. We kind of try to stay in the moment.
Okay. But the moment. This is where we are right now. In the moment. Since you don't have Thursday moment, you have this moment. And you're gonna flow for us.
Yes.
Is that okay? Can you flow? On the top
So
of your head?
if I flow, right?
Yes, sir.
Where would you flow with me?
Well, see, I'm not really a poet, but I can give you some background
See,
music.
this is where we at Coffee at the Dark, we tend to think there's a bit of a poet in everyone.
Oh, really?
So and that's what we do. So I put it to you like this. Say,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do a short poem,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do a chorus to it.
Okay.
And I want you to chime in as best as you can. And I know your strong point is obviously
Okay.
what you're doing now, but
I
I
like
think
that.
you could add on.
We're gonna make this thing happen.
Okay. So, this poem I'm going to do is called Why'd She Go for My Neck?
Okay.
When I get around her, my energy drains. She constantly complains of every crisis. She's Jesus Christ in every other life when explanations are how dreary and jacked up really her life is. I lend ears and share advice, but she can't see the right in the walls writing, and she compares the problems to mine as if trying to find some common type of likeness. It's as being negatives is sedative because the subject's always relative to these negative repetitives about how everyone's full of it, but she says you're cool, and she's like, see, I could talk to you, and she oozes my vibrant mood out my pores. She says, I say to myself, what a wonderful friend he is.
Okay.
But see, that's where the conversation usually ends, and she says, enjoy the rest of your day, but see, that's just it. The rest of the day is usually weird. I mean, everything was fine until she appeared. Now I'm heavy with a despair, and I'm feeling like I need a nap, and I'm about to snap. Maybe I'm tripping off this triple shot latte, or I've just been psychically attacked. But if she's a vampire, and that's what just transpired, then why she have to go for my neck? Why did she go for my neck?
Did she go for my neck?
Why'd she go for my neck? See, you're natural.
She go for my neck.
Yeah, see. Now do your flow.
See, that's all I got.
All right, that's good enough.
That's it for me.
All right, my man. Appreciate it.
If you come out Thursday night, Wire Beans, you can catch D. Lynch, you can catch some of the other poets here doing their thing. Germantown Avenue, address?
301 West Shelton Avenue, space J. We're right next to the R8 Shelton train station, and we're at Shelton Plaza.
Right down the street from Pulaski. Come on to Wire Beans, you'll hear some of this good entertainment, you'll be a part of the entertainment, and you'll get some of their good food.
Absolutely. And
All
some
right.
coffee too.
And some coffee too. Thanks for joining us for this session of Feeling the Rise, and we'll see you soon.